You were different in your family bloodline, and this is the reason why they gave you such a hard time. See, your family didn't think you was going to be the family member that God uses and elevates. They didn't think you was going to be that family member that break these generational curses off your bloodline. Your toxic mother didn't think that you was going to be that son or that daughter. For some of you, mostly the daughter. She didn't think you was going to elevate past her in life and you was going to make anything of yourself because she didn't make anything of herself. For some of you, your siblings didn't think that you was going to be favored by God more than them because you chose to have a righteous heart and you always gave from your heart and you always treated people with respect, even though you didn't get that in return. Your family didn't think you was going to make it out your hometown and do something great with yourself and do something well. They thought you was going to always come running back to them and deal with disrespect, toxic behavior, mistreatment, misfortune, and everything negative due to how they planted negative seeds in you based off the words they said to you or the words they said about you to others. Your family didn't think you was going to be the one that grow and continue to grow. Your family didn't think you was going to be the one that was the first millionaire in the bloodline or to own several businesses of your own. Why they were so busy hating on you and treating you disrespectfully, God was using that situation so you wouldn't depend on your family. And this is what they having a hard time understanding. You didn't need to depend on them. You only needed to depend on God and God alone. Your family don't know who you are. Yeah, of course they grew up around you. Yeah, they might have had raised you, but they don't know who you are. Because if they knew who you are, why did they bring you through so much turmoil, drama, and foolishness just to say you were part of the family? Why it was so important to hold you back in life, make you feel like you was less than, mess over your finances in your life, mess over you as a person, stop your life if you wasn't destined to go anywhere or just to flourish past them in life. See, your family knew who you were. They knew who you were, but they want to stop the blessings that God had for you. And God said, no, you're not going to stop anything. You're going to treat my child with respect. You're going to leave my child alone. You're going to stop belittling this person. You're going to let them fly like a bird away. You're going to let them accomplish what they need to accomplish for my name's sake and not hinder and hold them back in life or in progress just because you are miserable and didn't go nowhere in life. This is what your family getting a rude awakening about. See, your family didn't know that you was going to be the one in the family bloodline that was going to be the first leader that did something different outside of the norms of what the family does. You was going to be the one that served God with your full heart. You're never the family member. You wasn't the family member to pick up a drug or alcohol. But your family members, they were alcoholics and drug addicts. You were that family member that wasn't going to run in and out of jail. No, you was one that decided to do something else, something positive in life to make this world a better place. You wasn't that family member that ran around begging everybody for everything because you had your own. God established you. But you put in the work along with him establishing you. Because we all know faith without works is dead. But you put in a lot of work to get where you are. See, your family couldn't understand your beauty. Yeah, they try to treat you like the black sheep. Most of them. They try to say you were less than and you were like this. But it turned out you were the golden child. More golden than they could ever be. You are the one that God gifted with intelligence. And they didn't have plenty of sense or intelligence like you. This is why they were so full of drama. And always want to start drama with you, or if not you, others. Because you were the one that was different from that family bloodline. Your difference is the reason why you're set apart from them. You didn't need to be like that. They should have just respected you. Growing through your growth pain or going through your growth spurts. While you were going through that, they could have just left you alone. But no, they want to keep picking and harassing because they thought that you was always going to be there for them to pick and harass on you. And you're not anymore. You're not there because you realize, for one, you realize your worth and you realize you got better things to do. And for two, it didn't give them no right to come at you foul in the first place just because they feel like they're your blood relatives or your family. Now they come to the realization that you are different, that you're just not like them. And they really don't know what to do about it because you're just different. God made you a little more smarter than the average person. He made you a little more intelligent compared to that toxic mother of yours or that toxic father or that toxic uncle or even your aunt. Whoever. God didn't like the way these people were treating you. This is why God removed you from your family. Your family played a big role in hindering your progress in life. They didn't have to play the big role, but they chose to play that big role. They didn't want you to flourish past them and do anything great with yourself. But you are doing great. And what God is saying now, don't go back. Don't look back at people that he delivered you from all because you feel like you share blood or because y'all share the same DNA or just genes. Don't go back because you feel like you got something to prove to people that never saw your value or never saw you past what they chose to see you as. God said, do not look back, do not go back. Continue to move forward in your life. Continue to move forward in peace like he's asking you to do. Your family just needs to miss you in your absence. You got better things to do. You got more important things to do in your own personal life besides worry about some family members that just won't respect you or just don't see you as the person you are, which is the adult, mature person that you are today. They refuse to see you that way. So because they refuse to see you that way, they have to miss you in your absence. You don't have to go back. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to lift a finger and pick up the phone and call anyone. If they haven't called you, you ain't got to call them. Your job was to let them know how you felt, put them in their place, and move forward in peace. Because most likely they're not going to change. You're too familiar to them. So they think you was always going to be there and deal with the foolishness. And you're not. You're not dealing with nobody's foolishness anymore. And your family having a hard time understanding that. Why you won't go back and deal with them? Why you're not answering the phone for some of them when they do call you? Because you realize you don't have anything to talk about. What do you need to talk about with people that every time you try to get these people to understand you or understand them, it was always a problem. It was always drama, unnecessary friction, confusion going on every time you tried. Now you ain't got to do that anymore. All you required to do is just keep your distance. Stay away from these people. They're coming to the realization that you're the different one in the family bloodline and that no matter what they tried and did to break you, you would not be easily broken. Because God put his strength in you by putting his spirit in you, his Holy Spirit. And you were not meant to be easily broken. Now, what they can do is put some respect on your name. And if they don't, God is going to make them do it one way or the other. Whether you're in their face or at a distance. They're going to put some respect on your name. Because God is using you and your family bloodline to break them generational curses, whether they like it or not. And that's the prophetic message I have for a royal one. You don't have to worry about anything. Anything. Because God said he got you. He truly does have you. If you reached the end of this video, it was meant for you to hear this prophetic message. Your family just ain't never saw nobody like you. And until next time, bye-bye.